Jai Sri Ram friends, today we are here to discuss about the hate crime rise and the advisory given by Indian government. Okay, Hindu hate and anti-Indian crime rise in Canada. Indian government advisory issues advisory. Very, very important, folks. This is for the students, Indians, nationals, but it is more to do with Hindus than to do with Indian itself. Okay, no matter where you are from, if you are a Hindu, there is a hate crime, there is a rising in Canada, and this advisory is for you. And just check out what happened before. We had a video of Mr. Raman Vasudev, who was attacked by the unknown people for no reason. And also, this is the advisory issued by the Indian government saying the Indians, they had to call Indians, right? They cannot call Hindus per se with the advisory, but you know what they mean, okay? Because see here, in Canada, there were many temples that was looted and vandalized. And what was it booked as a hate crime in Canada? No, because you had to understand the Canadian government work hand in glove with the people who hate, right? In the name of democracy, in the name of whatever you call, you know, that's what is happening. But before going further, friends, you know what? If you are watching this video, please like the video. And if you are here for the first time, please subscribe the channel Bharat Marg, and where we say what it is, how it is, and exactly as it is. Okay. And also comment, share with the people to reach out to more people. Okay. That's what it is. And let's get started. And here is a news piece. I don't know whether you saw that or not. Canada's Sikh MP funding terror outfits. Intel report. Okay, this is a well-known fact. These guys work as a binami for ISI, doing all the dirty jobs. Okay, everybody knows it, but nobody wants to talk about it. That's what it is, right? And this is the Indian advisory, which goes in detail on how the people are vulnerable here in Canada. Okay, and let's uh, let's go through that. I will show you something which might be of interest to you. You know, I'm going to share some screen here just in a minute. Okay, let's go. Indian government issues advisory. Okay, are you able to see it? For Indian students in Canada, it's not only student. There was a student who was killed who in a couple of months back here in Canada by unknown. Okay, everything is unknown people. Okay, after several activities of vandalizing of symbols of Hinduism, and also keep in mind, folks. Okay, the swastika symbol, which is holy to Hindus, are being propagated by the gang. Okay, you had to understand. Sikh gurus definitely followed swastika symbol. Okay, you show me a function pictures of them where there was no swastika symbol. They know everything, but it is still propagated because of the hate to please their bosses. Okay, sitting in Pakistan and their Pak Premi gang. Okay, so anyway, we all know those things, right? Now let's go and see what is happening in the advisory. So after several activities of vandalization of symbols of Hinduism, including Swaminarayan temple and the anti-Indian graffiti in Canada, the Indian missionary Ministry of External Affairs have asked Indian citizens living in Canada to be cautious. Okay, see here, we put out this one for you. Okay, hope you saw it. Okay, see here, this is the Swaminarayan temple wall which went round, and this is the gentleman who got attacked, by unknown people. We had an interview of him too. You can see it. In fact, I will recommend you to see it. Okay, and this is the advisory. And see here. Okay, advisory is much clear now for you to see. And who are all the funders, who are the how they are being supported by Pakistan and ISI and all those elements. And you have to understand something very important. This gentleman here, or this man here, Jagmeet Singh, who with whose support the Canadian government runs today. Okay, if he chooses to, then the government will fall. Okay, you get me what I'm talking about? If he chooses to, the government will fall. But so the government has to run on his whims. Okay, and his passport, his visa, he is banned from entering. This is a guy who is a political leader, so-called the political leader, who is here. It is claimed that terror outfits, he was funding terror outfits, for which his visa has been rejected and permanently banned, so that this guy cannot even enter India. And in his support, the Canadian government runs Justin Trudeau's government. If he says to stand up, the guy will stand up, the prime minister. If he says to sit, because you have to understand, Canada put a few minutes of emergency, okay, to get rid of all the people who were against the vaccination, okay, truckers in Ottawa, with his support. Everything happens with this guy, okay. Without his blessing, the prime minister cannot go to toilet here in Canada, because his government will fall, okay. And that's what it is. And he is funding he is funding terror outfits to create issues in India. Can you believe that? And with his support, when the Canadian government is running, what more you can expect, right? See here. Do you see it much clearer now? Okay, he is the leader of NDP, one of the three parties in Canada, and whose visa is banned. He cannot enter into India. He is a not welcome guest. Okay, so just to kind of give you some information, and if you are here, and if you are if you are see here, let me go here so that you can see. Let's go through the advisory a little bit more. And MEA stated that our High Commission Consulate General in Canada have taken up these incidents in the with the Canadian authorities and requested them to investigate the said crimes, okay, and take appropriate action. The preparators of preparators of crime have not been brought to justice so far in Canada. That's what I was saying you in my previous video. Friends, you know what? The police will go blind-eyed. You think that they went blind in UK? You don't know about Canada yet. Okay, you call them, they don't support you at all. Okay, because in police, these guys are all the ones who are there. Okay, so any bomb blast happen in this one, Bombay Bale restaurant, and that is not a crime, that is not a terrorist attack, that is nothing. It is a closed case. And any issue that happens against a Hindu, you are a third class citizen. Nothing will be taken here in Canada. Okay, but the Indian government has put together their complaint. But if you are here, you have to be very careful. It is said to be the fifth democracy in the ranking, okay, and India is on 50. Okay, you will be astonished to know how it could be possible. Okay, but this is what happening in Canada, folks. The leader of Canadian party, okay, major party, is the one who is funding the terror outfits in India. Can you believe that? Okay, this can happen only in Canada, nowhere else. Can an Indian politician can be blamed by other countries like that? It's not going to be possible. And see here how this man was attacked. So I will recommend you this advisory, even though it is given to Indian nationals by the Indian government. As you can see here, you have to understand This advisory is not about Indian nationals. It is about the Hindus because they are the most vulnerable here. Okay, government cannot say one way or the other saying Hindus in specific, for whatever reason they put the word Indian. Okay, but yeah, is there a issue for Indians? Yes, because all the Hindus they consider whether you are here for in Canada for 18,000 years, it doesn't matter. You still consider your roots as Bharat, right? So any Sanatani does it. So and you are in danger. That's what it is all about. And see, if you are a senior citizen, also, folks, we will recommend you in the situation where it is. Do go, take the advisory seriously. You may be a Canadian, okay? You may be a Canadian citizen and think this advisory is not for you. Okay, I want to correct you. This advisory is for you because this advisory is not for Indians alone, even though it mentions like that. And the Indian government cannot give advisory for Canadian Hindus, right? But understand, this advisory is for Hindus, and there is a tremendous attack that is happening against the Hindus by all the vested interest. Okay, and it is supported and sponsored by the government, whether you believe it or not. Okay, and uh, this is uh, this is the man you see here news. I'm not saying for saying sake. See here the news. Okay, this guy is funding the terror outfits in India. Okay, the latest dossier says NDP leader Jagmeet Singh has been leading anti-Indian movement, and this guy calls, he is so racist. He will call Raksha Bandhan, as a racist one. This guy don't have nerve to talk about hijab. This guy don't have nerve to talk about burqa. This guy have no nerve to talk about the Sikhs who get chased out of Afghanistan and Pakistan and come running with a book on the head, going to India for asylum with the CAA. This guy was against CAA, protesting from Canada and instigating from Canada. Those kind of thing, and then they will take advantage of when the people, their own buddies. See, understand, ISI is not their buddy. You have to understand, that is their boss. Okay, you have to understand. Let's make it clear. Many people think ISI as the buddy of Khalistanis. No, no, no. Sorry, folks, that's not true. They are their boss, and they will prove that they are their boss, because your boss always want to say you. Whenever you think your boss is your buddy, your boss wants to come and say you, buddy, I am not your buddy. Okay, I am your boss, and that's what happens. And when I remember going to the Gurudwara here, when the Afghan Sikh leadership was wiped out, totally wiped out. Okay, and I was there in the Afghanistan Gurudwara. Not even a single politician, Sikh politician. Brampton is everywhere. You see MPs, everybody is Sikh, right? Pretty much. But you didn't even find one in the Gurudwara where I went. Okay, it's unbelievable, because they were all busy that day. Everybody, one guy had a stomach ache, one guy had this, one guy had that. Nobody showed up. Okay, for Sikh who got massacred in Afghanistan. You know why? Because they were done by ISI. They cannot go there because their boss will be upset. But so keep in mind, this adversary is for Hindus, even though the government has said it is for Indian students. In fact, I will also recommend you, if you are an Indian student, go and register with the consulate. Consulate is doing the registration with you see here what they are doing. Canada is one of the top choices for India students studying abroad. Addressing the students, MEA said Indian nationals and students of India and Canada, those proceeding to Canada for travel, for education, are advised to be exercise due caution and remain vigilant, because it's very dangerous, it is getting. And now, friends, you know what, if you are a student here, I will recommend you. In fact, the consulate has said, if you are an Indian student, you are in student visa, or a Indian working here, go and register yourself in Indian consulate. Okay, so they know who you are, where you are, and they know your detail in case of any help needed at times of emergency. Okay, this is part of the advisory. You can go through that, and I'm just showcasing here again. Okay, and hope you have any questions, post on the comment area. But timing is tough, folks. In fact, we did a video on why the same thing that happened in UK, where they said we are going to make it as a Kashmir. uh, you know you know what they mean when they say we are going to make this place as a Kashmir. Okay, you know what it is. Okay, Kashyap Rishi's place, Kashmir. Okay, and see today's numbers there, and how it is, and how the you have seen Kashmir files. I don't need to say anything. And in UK there was a nara, we are going to make this into Kashmir. Okay, and teach you a lesson or two. And we have done a video how it is going to spill into Canada. Yesterday we did the video, and immediately we got the advisory from the Indian government. Okay, so exercise due caution. Okay, do understand the system is against you. And if you still believe in Canadian democracy, which will the police, the police force, law and order machinery will protect you and all, I can say you are naive. You still think you still believe in Santa Claus, as the saying goes. And also do know, here there are two parties, right? Liberals and conservatives. Many Hindus support conservatives. Okay, but I want to say you something, folks. Those who are running behind the politician, I want to say something. The two parties have only one difference. That is, the liberals do whatever the liberals do openly, conservatives do behind the screen. That's it. Okay, nobody is standing for Hindus, folks. If somebody is saying, oh, this leader is standing for Hindu, yeah, the conservative party leader, current leader who is fighting against Trudeau, has talked about Hindu phobia for sure. That is a welcome measure. Okay, at least he is doing those kind of things. Yeah, but they also like they also support all these elements, but in the backdrop. Okay, so in nutshell, folks, be careful. And if you are a student or visitor visa, or if you are in I won't mind, visitor means you have come here with a family, so that's okay. If you are here for a work visa and all, please go to Indian consulate and register yourself, to make sure they know who you are, where you are, and things like that. At times of emergency, it's a difficult time. Exercise due caution. And that's what the advisory says about. And hope the Hindu phobia will vanish one of these days. Okay, looking forward to talk to you again. But friends, I want to say you, if you are here with Bharat Marg, do know that we do teach Sanskrit. Okay, online, for free for all age groups. You can register now by sending a WhatsApp to +16479644790, and learn, get into the certification course for free. And also you can become a member of Bharat Marg, and take part in the Go Seva, Godan, Nandi Seva, Nandi Dan, what we do, Pradosham Puja, Dwadasi Puja, Amavasya Annadan, and all the pujas and havans what we do. Okay, you can become a part of it. And also, as a teaching Sanskrit, what we do, that also is supported by the members. And also you can support Bharat Marg in the process. Also know that we do take people for Tirtha Yatras, pilgrimage in Bharat, north, west, east, south, wherever you want to go, in a private luxury trip. So you don't need to worry about anything. It's a senior citizen friendly, it's a special need friendly. Wherever you want to go, you can contact us at by WhatsApp to +16479644790, and let us know where you want to go, and we will organize the trip for you there, because it's a privately organized custom trip. Friends, now you can subscribe for one dharmic message every day by sending a WhatsApp to +16479644790, and you can get one dharmic message every day in the language of your choice. Though here is the advisory, folks. Again, look at it and be cautious and stay safe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.